Hello, welcome back to Zero Escape 2 Virtue's Last Reward. This is harder than Phoenix Wright and Danganronpa. This is so hard. They're dead, both of them. By then, everyone had arrived, cramming themselves into the small cabin. Nobody spoke. Silence filled the room, flowing into my ears and throat like cold, brackish water. A chill shuddered its way through my body. I stood there, frozen, staring at them. I'd seen a course before, when we discovered the old woman, but this was different. The old woman had always been dead, at least to me, but Alice and Luna and I had known they'd been living and breathing people less than an hour ago. Reality settled around my shoulders like a thick lead blanket, and my chest felt suddenly hollow. Who found them? My throat felt dry as I spoke. It was a full minute before someone answered.
おそらく四つ葉だと思う。私と K が駆けつけた時、四つ葉は今と同じようにアリスの死体のそばに佇んでいた。その時にはすでに二人とも息絶えていて。
四つ葉がやったんじゃねえのか。
やった？私が？
AB ゲームの後、アリスと揉めてたじゃねえか。もともと知り合いだったみたいだし、本当はずっと死ねばいいって思ってたんじゃねえのか。面識のない俺たちよりも動機がある可能性は高いだろう。ルナもそうだ。アリスを殺すところを見られて口封じに殺したんじゃ。
Stop it, Dio.
動機という意味では AB ゲームが動機になる可能性もある。
What do you mean?
相手が死んで投票不可能になれば自動的に協力が選ばれる。すると自分が裏切りを選べば簡単に3点が加算されることに。
Who was Luna's opponent?
私とディオだ。
でしたら、ディオさんにも四つ葉さんと同様、動機があるかもしれないということですね。
ルナを殺すところを見られてアリスまで。
なんで俺がそんなことしなくちゃなんねんだよ。
それは今言ったじゃろ。次の AB ゲームで有利になるためじゃよ。
そんなことぐらいで人殺しなんかするわけねえだろ。
私は動機よりもアリスの状態が気になるな。
私も気になっていました。
What do you mean by her condition?
アリスの死体は着衣の乱れがほとんどない。
ナイフさえなければ眠っているかのようです。
Yeah, you're right.
眠ってるところを殺したんじゃないのか。
ベッドがあるのにわざわざ床に座った状態で眠るでしょうか。
考えにくいな。そもそもこんな状況で仮眠を取るというのも不自然だ。
だから眠らせたんだろ。
What? How?
おいおい、ゼロボスはどうやって俺たちを連れてきたんだ。
Oh, yeah, that white gas.
つまりゼロボスが例の煙を吸わせた上でアリスさんとルナさんの2人を殺害したと。
まあどっちにしろ、犯人はこの中の誰かってことになるわけだが、おっと、この中じゃねえな。一人要注意人物を忘れてた。
まさかクオークのことを言っとるのか。
行方をくらました直後に殺人事件なんて怪しすぎるだろ。
クオークにできるはずがなかろ
う。だったらなんでいなくなったんだよ。
それは何か不測の事態が。
じゃあ逆なのかもな。やった方じゃないならやられた方なのかもしれん。だから突然消えちまったんじゃないか。
貴様。
Dio, knock it off. That's going too far.
なんだよなんだよ。お前らだって考えなかったわけじゃないだろ。
ンビデックスゲーム投票の締め切りまで残り10分です。プレイヤーは速やかに投票を済ませてください。所定の時刻までに投票を行わなかった場合、未投票者の選択は協力に設定されます。
さて AB ゲームの時間だとよ。
Come on, we've got more important things to worry about.
だったらお前は投票を棄権するんだな。よかったじゃねえか四つ葉。シグマのペアはアリス。そのアリスはあの様子だと投票できなさそうだから、シグマが棄権すりゃ対戦相手である四つ葉は不戦勝だ。おいおい、しっかりしろよ。まんまと脱出できるってのに。
脱出？
そうだよ。今の四つ葉の BP は6。シグマは投票しないって言ってんだから、四つ葉が裏切りさえ選べば。
四つ葉さんの BP には3点が加算されて9点になりますね。
Well, hold on there. I didn't say anything about not voting.
だったらするのか？するんだよな。こいつは見ものだぜ。シグマの現在の BP も四つ葉と同じく6点だったはずだからな。次のラウンドは6点対6点の一騎打ち。どちらかが相手を出し抜けば BP は見事目標値に達し、ここから脱出できることになる。はてさて、どちらが勝つのやら。はは、面白くなってきたじゃねえか。
とにかく A 階の倉庫に移動しよう。さあ行くぞみんな。
He's instigating this. He's instigating. He's provoking us. Hey, Clover, can you choose ally? We'll be stuck at 6 points if we both choose betray. But if we both cooperate, we'll get 2 points, and then we'll have 8. That means it'll be pretty easy for us to get 9 in the next round. Clover?
何？
I said I want you to choose ally.
わかった。その代わりシグマも協力を選んでくれる？
Of course. She gave me a strange sort of absent nod and turned to shuffle into the closest AB room. I wasn't sure she'd actually understood me, but given the effect that Alice's death was having on her, I didn't think there was much else I could have done. She went through the first game and now she's going through this too. I was preparing to enter an AB room of my own when I heard Phi's voice at my elbow and turned.
シグマ、ちょっと話がある。
Oh, hey, Phi. Something up?
お前、今度の投票はどちらを選ぶつもりだ？
I was just talking to Clover about that. We're planning to both vote ally.
やはりな。よく聞けシグマ。ルナがあんなことになってしまったため、ルナの投票先は強力に設定される。ルナの対戦相手は私とディオだ。私たちは不戦勝で、次のラウンドは確実に9になる。
You and Dio are going to choose betray?
ルナの BP は1。しかし、そのバングルは手首にはない。外れている。彼女の BP がマイナスになったところで害はないんだ。もっとも、外れていなかったとしても、ルナはすでに亡くなってしまっているから。だから、お前も四つ葉を裏切るんだ。うまくいったら一緒に連れてってやる。
Wait, you mean you're planning to escape?
当然だ。これを逃せば一生ここに閉じ込められることになる。
Why? If you just wait until everyone's got 9 BP.
それはできない。ディオは9になればすぐに脱出するだろうからな。いいかシグマ、分かっているとは思うが9の扉は一度しか開くことはできないんだぞ。もしもお前が協力を出した場合、四つ葉が協力を出したとしても 6+2 で8点だ。ディオが先に脱出してしまったら二度とお前はここから出ることはできなくなる。裏切りを選んで9点にならない限りはな。
So if I want to get out, I have to betray Clover.
そうだ。
Why are you telling me this? How do I know you didn't just tell Clover the same thing?
そんなことをしたって意味がないだろう。どうしてもお前についてきてもらいたいんだよ。なんとなくお前が必要な気がするから。
You just know, huh? Did you tell Kay? He's got 6 points right now too, you know.
Kay には声をかけていない。あいつの対戦相手は天明寺だ。天明寺の BP は1だから Kay はさすがに裏切りを選べないだろう。
So if he chooses ally, he's going to get penalized.
そういうことだ。
投票の締め切りまで残り1分です。
そろそろ時間だ。いいな。裏切りを選ぶんだぞ。
She looked me in the eye until I nodded, then turned and jogged to her door. Oh, we all have a lot of points now. This is pretty intense. Okay, I'll see what the betray is. Ally. Betray, I get out. Is Clover really going to choose ally? If she does, then all I have to do is choose betray, and I'm out of here. No, I promised I'd choose ally, so that's what I'm going to do. But Dio's almost certainly going to have 9 BP after this round. If he gets out, I'm going to be stuck here forever.
投票の締め切りまで残り10秒。
I want to see what the ally is first, and then I'll see that betray.
7
No. What am I supposed to do?
3、2、1。
Okay, let's see the ally first.
アンビデックスゲーム第2ラウンド終了。結果は倉庫内のディスプレイに表示されます。
Wow. A lot of
お
people
疲
can
れ
get out
様
though.
でした。アンビデックスゲートを開放します。
The door ground open and I stepped out. All around me, other AB rooms were disgorging their occupants.
待て、Dio!
Disgorging. Phi's voice echoed hollowly across the room. All around people were leaving the room. Disgorging their occupants. I followed her eyes to the number 9 door. And to Dio. Dio. So he's going for it. I broke into a run, hoping foolishly that I might be able to catch him.
Masaka? 9の扉を開ける気か?
やはりこうなりましたか。
どういうこと？まだ結果も見てないのに。
It took only seconds for Tenyoji and Kei to explain the math to her.
そんな。
結果は以上のように確定しました。各自バングルの数字をご確認ください。
The announcer's voice hadn't even faded when Dio reached the door. With a grunt, he swung the lever down.
Yoshi! 開いたぜ!
ちょっと待ちなさいよ。
今さら止めても意味がありません。もう9の扉は開いてしまったんですが。
Even after what happened with the first game, Clover still won't betray. Dio left through the door without so much as a backward glance. Phi paused in front of it, then turned to look at me.
シグマ、お前の BP はどうなったんだ？
I chose ally. I made a promise. Clover trusted me.
シグマ。
そうか。わかった。残念だが仕方がない。お前は悔いのない選択をしたかったのだろう。ならば私も悔いのない行動を取らせてもらうまでだ。じゃあな、シグマ。
Phi turned her eyes sad and followed Dio through the door. Okay. If I can, I want to see both endings in this part. So I'll do that.
9の扉を閉鎖しました。これにてノナリーゲームは終了となります。お疲れ様でした。なお、ゲームの終了に伴い、施設内にある9の扉以外のすべての扉は開放されます。どうぞごゆっくりとお過ごしください。残りの余生をこの施設の中で。
これでわしらが自力で脱出する方法はなくなったわけか。
あとは助けが来るのを待つしかありませんね。
シグマ、ありがとう。協力を選んでくれて。
Yeah. Well, a promise is a promise, right?
ところで、あの老婆とルナさん、アリス、この3人を殺した犯人は誰だったのでしょう。
脱出した2人のうちのいずれかか。
Or maybe one of us.
もう一人いるよ。
Oh yeah.
ああ、そうじゃ。クオークを探さねば。
Suddenly full of energy, Tenyoji leapt up and took off for one of their warehouse's exits. That left only myself, Clover, and Kay. We stared at the number 9 door in silence. It would never open again. What else could we do but stare? A lot of people got 9. I think K got out too, didn't he? Did K get 9 too? Or no, DD ally? Okay, I'll see the next one. No. Tray. See both of these. The door ground open, and I stepped out. Sigma is going to get out. All around me, other AB rooms were disgorging her.
待てディ
It was like the hallway across the room. I followed her eyes to the number 9 door. And to Dio. Dio, no. I shook my head. I had to get to that door.
オ何をするつもり？
まさか Q の扉を開ける気か？
ああ、そうとも。
だけど結果発表はまだ。
そんなもん見るまでもないさ。
なるほど。ディオさんの現在の BP は6。その対戦相手であるルナさんはあのようなこと。したがって、
He's not a very
ルナ
nice
さんの投
person.
票先が自動的に協
Only
力
thing I
が
saw
設定される。
behind.
ディオが裏切りを選べば
BP に3点足されて9点に。
ま、そういうこった。
でも待ってディオのペアはファイだったはずだけど。
ファイさんの BP もディオさんと同じく6。いや、もはや6というよりは9というべきかもしれません。
その通り。私の BP も9になることはすでに確定している。
なぜじゃファイ、どうしてディオが裏切りを選ぶのを止めなかった？
勘違いすんな。俺が勝手に裏切りを選んだわけじゃない。2人合意の上で今回の投票先を決めたんだよ。
ファイ、本当か？
ああ、やむを得なかったんだ。
やむを得ないって。そのせいでルナの BP はマイナス1に。
だからなんだっていうんだ。ルナはすでにあの世に行っちまってるんだぜ。今さら毒薬を注入されたところでどうってことはない。というかそもそも番組は外れてるしな。
ではファイさんはどうして先ほどディオさんを引き止めようとしたのです？ディオさんはこの9の扉に向かっているとき待てと大声を上げましたよ。
もしやこの場にとどまるつもりなのか？ひとまずリスクを減らすために BP を9にしておいたというだけで。
いや、悪いがそういうわけではない。ディオを引き止めたのはもう一人の結果を確かめたかったからだ。
もう一人。
それはもしかして。
アンビデックスゲーム第2ラウンドの結果を
This is
発
just
表します。
disturbing to watch sometimes.
一同画面にご注目ください。
So K would not betray to get 9.
結果は以上のように確定しました。各自バングルの数字をご確認ください。
そんな嘘。裏切ったんだねシグマ。どうして？
Oh, sad. What other choice did I have?
何が仕方がなかったよ。嘘つき。卑怯者。結局他人のことなんかどうでもいいんだ。自分さえ脱出できればそれでいいでしょ。最低。
Wait a minute. Just listen to me for a second. Whatever I did, Dio and Phi were going to get 9 BP. The door would have been opened whether I had 9 points or not.
だから何よ。取り残されるのが嫌で裏切りを選んだってわけ？
No, that's not it. How could we know if they would go get help once they escaped? I can trust Phi, but Dio is different. I didn't know what Dio might do to Phi after they went through the door. What if he turned out to be Zero Senior? So I figured that if they were going to escape anyway, I should go with them and make sure they...
そんな言い訳通用すると思ってるの？嘘つき！嘘つき！シグマだってディオと同じじゃない！この裏切り者！もういいよ。もういい。信じた私が
I don't feel good.
バカだったんだ。
Clover, I heard a clang and turned.
悪いな。さっさと開かせてもらったよ。くだらん三文芝居に付き合ってる暇はないんでね。
ディオ！
ディオさん！
さあ、行くぞ。ファイ、シグマ。おい、どうした？この後に及んで何を尻込みする必要がある？お前らはもう越えてはならない一線を越えちまったんだ。
He's leaving everyone.
仲間を裏切った。
No, Dio.
そうだろ。
No.
それは理性を持たない獣の所業に等しい。だが獣には獣なりの道理がある。それはそれで一つの正義だ。
No.
お前らはその道を選んだ。もう後戻りはできない。だった。
I wanted to wait to get out with everyone.
獣らしく堂々と振る舞え。敗者を
No.
弱者どもを切り捨てる。それがこの世界の摂理であり、本来の自然界を生きる獣の掟という。
You're wrong.
分かったか？分かったらさっさと。
Dio, you coward.
9の扉が開放されました。9の扉閉鎖まで残り9秒です。
ま、とどまるならとどまるで好きにすればいい。とにかく俺は行くからな。あばよ。
待て！待たんか、ディオ！
Tenyoji leapt forward. Dio faked left, then dashed right, slipping around Tenyoji and through the door.
3、2、1、0。9の扉閉鎖。
行くぞシグマ。
But
うるさい。いいから私の言った通りにするんだ。
I looked at her, slightly confused. But before I could respond, her hand closed around my arm like a vice, and she hauled me bodily through the open door. No. How could we?
9の扉を閉鎖しました。これにてノナリーゲームは終了となります。お疲れ様でした。
シグマ、ファイ、ディオ、開けろ！ここを開けるんじゃ！
Tenyoji's voice was muffled by the thick steel, but I could still hear his desperation and anger. I tried to ignore it. Where are we? Let's find out.
よし、着いたみたいだぞ。
扉の向こうは通路か。
とにかく行ってみようぜ。
Just as Phi had guessed, on the other side of the door was a wide hallway. Unfortunately, it seemed to stop in a dead end. It took only a second to find a familiar-looking door on the left side of the hallway. We opened it and stepped inside. Door. Oh, we're here. Oh.
減圧準備室だな。
私、ディオ、ルナの3人で探索した場所だ。
Well, this is probably just another one that looks like it. You really think you would have been able to get to something on the other side of the number 9 door?
待て、お前も B 階の減圧室のこと知ってるのか？
Yeah, I visited it with Tenyoshi when we were looking for Cork.
そうか。
ではこの施設内の気圧が外よりもかなり高く設定されているということも。
What?
なんだ、そのことは知らないのか？
What are you talking about?
どういうことも何も今言った通りだよ。この施設の中の気圧は外よりも高くなっている。そうすることによってウイルスを含んだ下界の空気を内部に侵入させないようにしているらしい。したがって外に出るにはその前に外の気圧と同じになるまで減圧を行う必要があるみたいで、ここはそのための準備室なんだよ。
Virus again.
ほら、壁にずらりと防護服が並んでるだろ。あれはウイルスの感染を防ぐためのもので、あれを着て下の階にある減圧室に入らないと外には出られないんだとさ。
How do you know all that?
ルナから聞いたんだ。
Really? Wait, why did Luna know all that?
室内に置いてあったマニュアルにそう書いてあったらしい。
Whoa, wait, go back. You said there's some kind of mysterious virus out there.
得体は知れてるだろ。アリスが話してた例のラジカル6だよ。多分な。
That sounds bad.
とにかくここまで来た以上後戻りはできない。防護服を着て外に出てみよう。
異論はない。賛成だ。
We climbed into the protective suits in silence, then headed down to the pressure exchange chamber. Oh, with a quiet hum, the process began. I could hear the soft hiss of air leaving even through my helmet. There was nothing to do until it finished, but wait. Then, out of nowhere, Dio spoke up.
しかし、こんなにも簡単に目的が達成できると思わなかったぜ。
It took me a moment to realize his voice was coming from the speaker in my helmet. Apparently, the radio was designed to activate automatically. You mean getting out of here?
いや、そんなスケールの小さな話じゃねえよ。そうだ、お前らにだけは教えてやろう。俺の正体。
正体？
実はな、俺の正体は 正義の味方なんだ。人類を救うために遥か彼方の星からやってきた正義のヒーロー。それが俺ってわけ。なんだ、驚きすぎて言葉も出ねえか。
Dio, I think maybe you should calm down a bit.
脱出を目前にして舞い上がっているのはわかるが、
まあ所詮お前らみたいな愚民どもには理解できんだろうな。
We were still going back and forth when the quiet hiss of air escaping slowed. And stopped. A door at the end of the room slowly ground open. We walked through to find ourselves in a nearly identical room. After 2 more decompressions, the last door finally opened. Oh, I stepped outside and gasped. A dark landscape like none I'd ever seen lay spread out before me. We're in the middle of nowhere again. I couldn't help but stare. Well, what the...
砂漠だな。
I can see that. The question is, which desert?
場所はわからん。だが、今がいつなのかなら。
Huh?
見ろ。月が真っ赤に染まっているだろう。あれはおそらく皆既月食によるものだ。
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that in the lounge. Oh, we got out right on this day. Oh.
皆既月食とは満月が地球の影にすっぽりと覆われた時に観測される現象だが、その時の月は暗闇の中に飲み込まれてしまうわけではない。
And that's how we know what day it is.
赤道色に染まって見えるのが普通だ。これは地球の大気を通過した太陽光が月面に入るためで、簡単に言うと夕焼けの光が月面に投影されることによって赤く色づいて見えるんだ。ところでシグマ、次の皆既月食がいつ起こるか覚えてるか？
Yeah, December 31st this year, so New Year's Eve. That's what the magazine said, at least. Oh.
つまりそういうことだよ。
So today is December 31st. Wait, no. If I got grabbed Christmas morning, then that means I've been here 6 days.
そうらしい。とにかく一番近くにある町に向かおう。
Okay, and where would that be?
どこかにはあるだろう。ここがネバダ砂漠だろうと、サハラ砂漠だろうと、ゴビ砂漠だろうと。ただ、それよりも心配なのは。
What are you worried about?
いや、やめておこう。
Oh, come on. Tell me. I'm curious now. Impossible as it might seem, I could have sworn I heard her frown.
心配なのは、人が生きてるかどうかだ。
Yeah,
もしかしたら、
another
ウイル
apocalypse.
スのせいで。
Are you saying humankind might be extinct? What? No way, that's impossible. A whole species can't just die out in 6 days. That's...
私だって、そうではないことを祈ってるさ。さあ、いいから行こう。施設にはまだ、クオークを含めて4人の人間が残ってい
The
る。
only way that could possibly happen is if a giant
我々は
planet-sized
責任に進まなければ。
asteroid hit Earth. Okay. I don't think any virus would be that deadly. I turned to take a look. There was a rough crackle over the radio and the sound of someone falling. I turned back around to see Phi on the ground. Hey, are you alright? What happened? I ran over and helped lift her back up. She fumbled for a second, then clambered to her feet. We have had some pretty deadly viruses, but nothing bad enough to wipe out all of humanity, though.
どこだ
Oh. Her voice was low and rough. Huh?
そうかそういうことか分かったぞおそらくここはあの歴史の
Oh, timeline. You're gonna be talking about timelines now too, huh? She didn't respond. I was about to begin a more irate line of questioning when she suddenly grabbed me by the shoulders.
おいディオはどこだ
Dio. Oh yeah, I haven't seen him since we got out. I'm sure he was with us when we left.
手分けして探すぞ
Why?
奴から聞き出さなければならないことがあるからだ分かってるだろ
What?
もしかして忘れてしまったのかいや違うのかそもそも飛んできてないんだなここには
She wasn't making any sense.
あくそもういいとにかくディオを見つけるんだ私あっちの丘の方を探してみるからお前は向こうを頼む
Okay. But she'd already taken off without waiting for my answer. I watched her for a few moments, confused, before turning and heading off to look for Dio myself. Don't see him anywhere. Where did that guy go? I was looking around, trying to decide where to go next, when I heard them. The signal must have degraded, but I could still make out a few words.
おいこんなところで何をしているんだディオ
Their voices were cutting in and out, but I'd heard that last word clear as day. Dio. Sounded like Phi had found him. I spun around and took off in her direction.
通信機か
Transmitter?
なるほど本当に持ってるんだなビッグソウルと
Oh.
前
Oh.
それを
Oh.
お前のことなら知ってるさお前がドールズの言ったってこともな
What? What is this? The transmission was getting clearer. I had to be getting closer.
なあディオそんなことよりも一つ聞きたいことがあるんだ00の会場のパスワードは何だ
Number 0.
お前は一体何者なんだ
ただの生物だ
こんな時によくそんなくだらん冗談が言えるない
いから教えろ00の会場用パスワードは何だおい貴様
Ah.
何をするつもりだ
Oh.
やめろ
What? What's happening? That didn't sound good. I sped up and quickly crested the hill in front of me. Oh. There they were. No, no, no. Stop! I went down the hill as fast as I could, half running, half sliding. With the suits on, I couldn't tell who was who, but I had to stop them. I clambered to my feet, slightly winded from my ordeal. The suited figure I'd slammed against lay on the ground next to the other one. I moved over to peer through the visor. Dio. His eyes were closed, almost like he was just sleeping. My tackle must have knocked him out.
ありがとうシグマ。助かったよ。
No sweat. What's this transmitter you were talking about?
聞こえてたのか。
Yeah.
それだよ。そこに転がってるアタッシュケースみたいなもの。ディオはそれを使って外部と連絡を。
Where did he get it?
多分その辺に隠してあったんだろう。
Wait, hidden? Are you saying Dio's been here before?
ああ、多分な。最初にここに来てこの通信機を隠してから施設の中に潜り込んだのだと思う。
Snuck in? I wasn't quite sure what to make of that, so I decided to take a closer look at the transmitter. There was a screen on the upper part with a bunch of numbers that looked, well, like nothing. What the heck is this? 781536109838094215911. What is that, some kind of phone number?
にしては長すぎるだろう。25桁もあるんだぞ。
What is it then?
わからん。おそらく何かの暗号だとは思うが、解読するためのキーが見当たらないからな。
I heard an odd crackling noise in my helmet. It took me a moment to realize it was a voice, Dio's voice. That's numbers. Yeah. What's so funny?
いや、あまりにも見当外れなことを言ってるもんでついな。解読するためのキーが見当たらないだって。お前ら一体どこに目をつけてるんだ。キーだったらすぐ目の前にあるだろう。
What?
そこに打ち込まれた25桁の数列、それ自体がキーなんだよ。要するに暗号化されたメッセージは別の場所にあって、そいつはそれを解くための鍵になってるってことだ。
None of what he was saying made any sense to me. Dio, what's going on here? Who are you trying to call with this thing?
お前は知らんのか。そこのガキは何もかも知ってるみたいなんだが。まあいい、教えてやろう。任務は無事に完了したし、今さら正体を明かしたところでどうということはあるまい。それにどっちにしろファイがいずれはお前に話すことになるんだろうしね。だったら俺の口から聞かせてやるよ。
Dio shifted to put his hands behind his head, but didn't bother to get up. I think I've seen numbers like that, or like that look like that. I belong to an organization called the Myrmidons. You've probably never heard of them, but there might be a few people out there who have heard of Free the Soul. So probably a rebel group or. If you haven't, well, it's a sacred religious order with over 1 million true believers. The Myrmidons are the hand of Free the Soul. We do what needs to be done to bring us closer to the new world Free the Soul promises. There are some people who might call us terrorists. Then again, from their point of view, I suppose we might be. We're trying to tear down the corrupt world they've built, after all. Okay, but when the sun dawns for the first time on our new world, we'll be hailed as saints, holy messengers, who cleansed the filth from a dying planet. Well, only a handful of people will really become saints. Not even all of them Myrmidons will be guaranteed sainthood. First, you have to be raised with the teachings of the soul from birth. Then you have to be chosen to join the ranks of the elite and achieve great things. Returning from this mission to secure my position. Free the Soul is built around the teachings of a man named Brother, who founded our order many years ago. His teachings are too profound for ordinary people to understand, but you could say that the core ideas of his doctrine are to separate oneself from worldliness, to destroy greed, and to divorce the soul from the body to cleanse it. Alright. Those who follow his teaching with discipline and devotion will be reborn as a new form of human. Only this new species will be able to live in equality in a world without war or starvation. Brother was born into a poor family. I've been told he didn't know his father and that he lost his mother at a young age. The only family he had was his younger brother, a boy named Lex. They say Brother had a special power and that he was able to touch the thoughts of other people and see into them. It left him constantly exposed to the filthy greed of mankind. When Brother was 16, Left was found dead. His body was covered in bruises, but the police only made a cursory investigation and quickly ruled his death a suicide. Later, Brother would find out that the killer had paid the police a massive bribe to keep the truth hidden. He burned with rage, but also found himself immersed in cold despair. Eventually, he received a divine revelation. Mankind was thoroughly corrupted by greed. They had to be purified and a new world created. God had given Brother his mission. That was when he began to teach others the truth, and at the age of 26, he started Free the Soul. Once Free the Soul was established, he devoted his resources to research on human cloning so that he could create the new species he foretold. He invited to assist him a team of scientists from a research facility in the United States, and a year later, the first 10 new humans were born. Those 10 were the first generation of Myrmidons. Incidentally, I'm from the 4th generation. Our DNA comes from Left, Brother's younger brother. That means that we all share a face. And we are all given the same name, Left. Some people think that's weird, but individuality seems much weirder to me. If everyone looks the same, there's no such thing as race or even individuality. With cloning, you don't even need different genders. How could you get more equal than that? Still, there's a little random deviation, and other factors can influence a clone's development. I was the best of my generation, So I was chosen to lead the Myrmidons. I was probably sent here because Brother noticed the caliber of my skills. Read of human. My mission was to infiltrate this facility. When I was given my orders, I thought this was going to be my chance. What I wonder is what reason do they think humanity is greedy in some of these stories? In all my life, I've only ever once been punished for breaking our laws. What is your evidence that humanity is greedy? It had to do with women. I had come in contact with someone unclean, and I was considered corrupted. Even if I was punished harshly and purified my soul, my dishonor remains. I wanted to prove my loyalty to Brother, so I was determined to be successful on this mission, no matter what. My entire purpose is to be part of the foundation of Brother's new world. Now that I've fulfilled that purpose, for the first time in my life, I understand what true happiness is. Well then. It's just when they put this stuff in their stories, his voice had taken on an almost reverent tone, and as he finished speaking, he made some sort of odd sign over his chest. They usually have some kind of reason why they think humanity is so bad. It helps to know that reason. Phi shoved his hands away. She grabbed the rock he'd held over her only minutes ago and lifted it over her head. Humanity is very complicated. Phi, what are you? Bomb! She swung the rock down toward Dio's head. LXA QNS GDQ. Why is it that? Phi tossed the rock off to the side. What does that even mean?
Sigma, 聞いたか?
Huh?
今のパスワードだよ。私もなるべく覚えているようにするが、こればかりは飛んでみないことには何とも言えない。もしかしたらすっかりと忘れてしまっているかも。だから念のため、お前もよく覚えておくんだ。いいな。
I had absolutely no idea what she was talking about, but I was beginning to understand that it was probably pretty important. With that in mind, I repeated the strange series of letters over and over in my head, doing my best to memorize them. LXA QNS GDQ. LXA QNS GDQ.
とりあえず用は済んだ。行こう。
Go
それ
where?
はこいつが知ってるだろう。さあ立て。
Phi grabbed Dio's arm and hauled him to his feet. He jerked his arm away petulantly and began to walk. Is there a city near here? I don't know what the makers of these games go through to think humanity is so bad. Dullness, but geez. What is your reason? I want to know. Disaster. What disaster? What makes you not like humanity so much? What are you going through? I looked up. It must have been a clear night because there were more stars than I'd ever seen before. I thought I could even see the band of the Milky Way. And in the middle of that field of stars shone the full moon. A giant red orb looming in the center of the sky. Had it always been so big? Okay then. Interesting. Yeah, and then in Zero Escape 1, Junpei is voiced, but in this, Sigma is not voiced. Sigma doesn't have a voice actor. 03. Oh. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Ow, so credits for this ending. Very big amount of information there. Alright. Yeah. Dio and okay. Okay, Dio then. Okay, go. Great. There's all, so I just got a picture for that ending. That's a big ending for the overall story. Still, this is so hard though. It's just this game. It's very difficult. Very difficult. Visual novel game hybrid. This is harder than both Phoenix Wright ending and Rampa. I'm very challenged by this. Bye.